Welcome, tankers! Today we get to a subject that's near and dear to my heart. Something I absolutely love to do, one of my favorite things in all of World of Tanking. Suicide scouting. Now, most people will tell you suicide scouting is stupid, but they are wrong. Certain maps like Malinovka make suicide scouting surprisingly effective. On maps like that, you can often give your team a 1 to 5 tank advantage right at the very start, and that's an almost insurmountable lead. And if you're going to suicide scout, well, you got to be ready to get shot at, because you're going to be getting shot at a lot. Now here we have a PZ-1C that is rushed right down the center at the start of this battle. Now, instead of going right down the middle towards all those guys up on the shelf, I'm going to turn right and try and isolate one lone tanker over here while all those guys don't have shots at me, giving me time to turn around. And now in front of me here is another tank we can isolate, and again, we're not in danger of getting shot from the guys on the shelf until we get a bit closer. So we're going to hug the rocks to prevent them from shooting at us. The objective of suicide scouting is to stay alive as long as possible, and if you can do as much damage as you have hit points, you will score extremely well because of all the spotting damage you'll get. And here was our 5th kill in short succession, and we get rammed to death by this guy. But as you can see there, one suicide scout rush gave my team an insurmountable lead, and we won the game easily. Now, if you're going to suicide scout, you want a fast tank, like a PZ-1C, a Chaffee, an MT-25. You probably don't want to be doing it in a 1390, a 1375, a WZ, Awful Panther, any of those. You want the fastest tanks, because you have to be dodging fire and you have to be keeping in front of enemy guns. Now here, when going against 2, instead of circling the heavy tank, I try and circle both of them, but I find out my turning radius wasn't quite as tight as I thought it was, forcing me to go backwards, but it works because it causes both of them to blow shots. Now this time I am going to try and circle the heavy and try and keep one of them between me and the other one as much as possible. And now here we took out 3 tanks with just a little help from friends off in the distance. Now this video will showcase what to do when passive scouting gets blown. I was heading for the bush there, and of course right as I stopped I get spotted. So now a passive scouting run where I was planning to sit on a bush for 2 minutes has turned into a suicide scouting run. So what to do? First of all, we have to get safe into one of these gullies so people from all over the map can't hit us. And as I said, you're going to get shot at. You're going to get shot at a lot. So now the priority is to get back across the center to safety of our side, and we did it, and we somehow managed to get through that whole run without taking a hit. So now what to do? We could either active scout along the ridge here, but it looks like my team is YOLOing, so I decide to go in and help. And again, I'm going to try and aim for the gully, and try and hopefully get tanks that are shooting at my friends over to the other side of them, so they won't even notice me coming on the other side and shooting them. And here it works, because we make quick work of all these guys over in the west, and now there's only a couple left to mop up. Now when you're suicide scouting, you usually do not want to stop. You want to be moving all the time, and you'll notice that I use auto aim a lot, and well, I'll finally get that into that in the next video. And I love auto aim, and I believe the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages of a few extra bounces and misses. When I'm suicide scouting, I want the camera to be as wide as possible because I want to be looking for escape routes at all times, and I want to be looking at the people who are shooting at me, the people who I'm lighting. And if I'm zoomed in looking for weak spots or aiming, I'm going to be missing all that vision. So I don't mind the few extra misses that auto-aim will give me. And here I don't have a fire extinguisher because I'm the BTSV, and well, really all my fast scouts, I want to be as fast as possible. So that means, in this case, oil and a governor. And no fire extinguisher. So I'll put up with the odd fire so I can go 5% faster.